In this video, I'm going to tackle one of the most common questions I get asked, which is, does my course and my approach work to help children learn to read who have learning differences? And by learning differences, some of the most common things I get asked are about speech delay, autism, dyslexia, ADHD, you fill in the blank. Does my course work to help with those things? And to start, I'm going to say this is going to be a general video. I'm not going to dive into how to diagnose these things. I'm not going to talk about each one specifically on their own. We'll save that for another video down the line. I'm going to talk generally about learning differences. I'm going to give you some information about my course, my approach, some other courses, some other approaches, and let you make a decision as to whether or not you think this would work for you. Okay? So to set the stage here, if you're coming into this video, it's very likely that you have some sort of concern about your little one's ability to learn, some sort of difference that you want addressed, okay? And I've just got to say, I'm going to break this down for you. But if you don't think they can do it, they can't. I'll just name that. If you don't think they can do it, they can't, okay? So I don't know your situation. I don't know you. I don't know your life. But if you're coming into this video and you've already made up your mind, my kid can't do it, guess what? Your kid's not going to be able to do it, okay? Turn the video off. Find someone else who's going to confirm your beliefs, who's going to say that your kid can't do it, okay? That's not me, okay? If you're coming into this video with the idea of, I think my kid can do it, I deeply believe in them, I just think they need a specific, catered, tailored approach, I've got you covered. We can help them, okay? And here's how we do it. We have to start with the idea that learning to read is the same process regardless of kid. It's the same set of steps. If I think about like a sport, like we want to learn how to play basketball or learn how to play soccer, the sport is the same. The steps are the same. You've got to learn how to dribble. You've got to learn how to pass. You've got to learn how to shoot. For some people, it's easier. They might be taller. They might be more coordinated. They might be more athletic, right? It's easier for them, but the steps are the same. Learning to read is the same way, right? We've got a couple different steps we've got to walk through. First, we've got to learn the sounds, okay? And that might be, we know that this says, we know that this says, I. We know that this says, t. We know the sounds. We've got to know the sounds to read, okay? After we know the sounds, we've got to be able to blend the sounds together. We've got to be able to say each of the sounds, it, and blend it together into a word, hit. Hit, okay? Doesn't matter where they're coming in, that's what they need to do. And after that point, we've got to start learning some more advanced sounds, 2-letter sounds, 3-letter sounds, 4-letter sounds. We've got to practice blending longer and longer words. Sometimes we've got to learn some new rules, but the steps in the process is going to be the same. We've got to walk them through the same order, whether they are speech delayed, whether they are dyslexic, whether they are autistic, whether they have ADHD, it's going to be the same. They've got to go through the same steps, okay? From here, okay, if the steps are the same, I'm going to tell you what's not going to work. What's not going to work is one size fits all. If your child has a learning difference, what's not going to work? One size fits all, same thing, no matter what. We do A on Monday, B on Tuesday, C on Wednesday, okay? I'm going to give you some examples. I've been on the, don't tell them, Hooked on Phonics mailing list for a little while now, okay? Paid my money, got my materials. If you go through and if you look at what's coming here, okay? The good news with like an approach like Hooked on Phonics is we've got all the stuff printed out, okay? They send it to you. It's laminated, it's beautiful. We can hold it in our hands, right? What your kid is going to do with an approach like this is they're going to get the book, and guess what? These workbook pages don't change. It's the same. Your kid isn't getting it. It's the same. Your kid is learning slower. It's the same. Your kid is learning faster. It's the same. It's the same thing Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. It's one size fits all. It's great that they send it to you, but it's not going to adjust and adapt based on what your little one needs, right? It's also not going to help you understand how their brain works, how kids learn to read, and how to adjust and change, okay? Got approaches like this, like how to teach your child to read in 100 easy lessons, okay? Over 500,000 copies sold. It's a lot of families working with this book, okay? And if you look through here and you kind of flip through, and I'm not going to single this book out. I'm saying that there are a lot of approaches like this, a lot of curriculum like this. What you're going to get is do this on day one. Here's day one, here's day two, here's day three. Okay. If your kid's not getting it, does this slow down? Does it tell you how to adjust? No. Okay. If they're having trouble focusing, does this show you how to keep them engaged? No. None of that stuff. And the reality of the situation is, as a parent or as a caregiver with a child, okay, not even with a learning difference, with a child, it is hard enough to get the motivation, to find the time to work with them, okay? Let alone be able to correct them in the moment. Let alone be able to adjust to their learning, right? That's really hard to capture in any of these kind of pre-made, pre-packaged, sent to your house materials. And if your child has a learning difference, it's even more important that whatever you do, whatever approach you take, adjust to your kid, okay? I'm using these two resources just to give you an example of what exists, okay? A lot of the other stuff that exists is apps or games. I would go for either of these two things before I go for an app or a game, but those exist too. You put your kid on a screen, you hope that they learn to sing whatever the song is, or to learn to read, or to memorize the word. But almost always what's going to happen is your kid is visually interested, they are visually stimulated, they have fun doing it, but their reading doesn't improve. Okay? Doesn't work. So what does work? Well, when I think about the process of learning to read, we know it's the same process, right? That doesn't mean that every child engages with the process the same way. We need an approach that is focused and tailored to our specific child, that looks at their language skills, their visual skills, their speech, and says which sounds are going to be easier for you and which sounds are going to be harder because they need to learn the sounds. That looks at, okay, how many sounds can you handle? Can you do 2 sounds at once? Can you do 3 sounds at once? Can you do 4 sounds at once? Okay? It's tailored to them. And what my course does is I give you a full lesson plan to follow. I give you an order to teach the sounds. I give you a sequence for how to blend. I give you a model lesson of me doing it with the child so you can see how to do it. But I also give you the knowledge, the information, the understanding of how to teach your kid and how to adjust based on what they're doing so your kid gets exactly what they need. If the question is, does your course work for my child with blank? My honest answer to you is I believe that your child deserves an approach like my course more than anyone else. I thoroughly, genuinely believe that children with learning differences deserve something like this. Doesn't have to be my course. You can find something else that is individualized, data-driven, specialized, custom to your kid. But I believe that your kid deserves this more than anyone else. Because there's a ton of kids, you plop them in a classroom, put them 1 of 25, they're going to learn to read just fine. Yours might not. So our advantage as parents and caregivers, the reason I was able to teach my son to read starting at 18 months while he was reading at 2, he wasn't bright at this point. You know 2-year-olds. 2-year-olds aren't geniuses, right? He wasn't bright. He learned to read because it was custom tailored to him. I took him through the same process. I was showing him sound cards. I was showing him how to blend. We were doing the same steps, but I was adjusting every day based on what he was giving me and what he was showing me, so that it wasn't overwhelming for him. So it was building his confidence. So you're working up step by step to get him to the next level. And that's what I believe your child deserves. The process is going to be the same. How we walk them through that process, how we hold their hand, how we support them, how we make sure the next step is right at their level instead of down here or up here. That's what my course is going to give you. That's how we get your little one reading. If you are interested in learning more about my courses, great. I would love to have you, just to be honest. I would love to have you join the course. What you're going to get, there are 3 different courses depending on where your little one's coming in. Learning sounds, which is that first stage I showed you. Blending words, which is combining them together. And then reading books, that's where we get into a lot of the advanced stuff. The advanced sounds, the advanced strategies, advanced blending, all that stuff. Tricky words is in that 3rd course, okay? I also have a bonus. I don't talk about it much, but when you buy any of the courses, there is a full 2-hour bonus course called Your Toddler's Behavior, where I walk through all of the different stuff that you might experience when you get started, where like they're running away or crying, or they don't want to do it, or they want to play, or maybe like they get it one day but forget it the next. Like any of the other stuff that goes into the learning time, that's addressed and covered in that bonus course. So if you're coming into this video, especially folks who are like, will this work for my kid if they have trouble focusing? That's going to be a great support and a great add-on. And if you are not ready for like the course level yet, I've got a free training in the description. You can just click the free training. I'll give you a ton of support. I'll be on hand to chat live as you go through, and I would be happy to support you. Otherwise, what I'm going to do for you to make sure you continue to get great information is I'm going to make different videos breaking some of these things down even more for you, so you can feel supported as you work with and as you support your little one. Otherwise, y'all, seriously, I hope this was super helpful, super valuable for you. I hope this makes sense. And no matter what approach you choose, whether it's something from me, something from someone else, whether it's a free video or a paid course, you've got to start with the belief that your little one can do this. They can learn to read, and you can teach them. I'll talk to you soon.